Hello and welcome to yet another Dominion video. Today we will dive into one of the campaigns. The campaign mode has been added was added last Saturday, and initially had some bugs that would cause my game to crash upon startup. But those bugs have been fixed pretty quickly. And now we can actually go and dive into the campaign mode. Yeah, I think I'd like to start with the Plunder campaign, as I usually enjoy Plunder Kingdoms quite a bit. Here we have it, and yes, this is the kingdom. I guess I should maybe give a brief introduction to what campaigns are. Campaigns entail 10 kingdoms. Maybe we can even see this here on the main menu. Campaigns entail 10 kingdoms for each expansion, and then there's a grand campaign as well. But we'll slowly make our way through these 10 kingdoms. They're all curated, and so they've been chosen in particular to make up to showcase interesting interactions. And in addition to these curated kingdoms, they have, especially the later kingdoms, special effects that are accessible nowhere else in the game. But the first kingdom, I think, from what I've seen so far, is always a kingdom that just has the normal expansion rules and nothing strange going on, like the stamps and twists I have showcased in another video. Anyways, looking at this kingdom, we see that it's a typical plunder kingdom in that there is some strong treasure payload in Sack of Loot. There is some weird kind of relationship with draw going on. There's Longship and Moat, which is very inefficient draw. There are harbor villages, stowaways, and Taskmaster, mixtures of village and draw. Actually, let me show you the kingdom cards here. There is mine to potentially up the value of treasures in your hand. There's jeweled egg, which if we get to trash it, we gain loot. The only way to trash it here, I think, let me quickly see. Yeah, the only way to trash it is mine, or if we get the price goat loot, which lets us also trash a card from our hand. Yeah, concerningly, this is the only real trashing, so let's see how we can do. There is a strong attack card in Frigate. It gives us +3 on play, and until the start of our next turn, each time another player plays an action card, they discard down to 4 cards in hands afterwards. This is potentially devastating if you have a lot of, I don't know, a lot of hand size due to duration draw or draw in general, and you always have to discard down to 4 cards. Well, you're not going to have a fun time. There is also some more stuff going on with traits. There is nearby jeweled egg. So nearby means that the card that has this trait gets an extra buy upon gain. So we can, with 4 money, and only 1 buy, we can, for example, buy 2 jeweled eggs and a copper afterwards, because each jeweled egg gain gives us the buyback. Then there's Reckless, which means that the Reckless card will have its instructions followed twice, and when discarding it from play, we return it to its pile. So, for example, in this case, Grotto is Reckless. Grotto on play sets aside up to 4 cards from the hand, and at the start of the next turn, we can discard them and then draw as many. So what this means is that when we play Grotto, we get +2 actions and can set aside up to 4 cards twice, which is a nice effect, but the Grotto will also return to the supply afterwards. Yes, how are we going to tackle this kingdom? I don't see any super obvious strategy. I think I'd like to hit 5 and 6 a lot. Getting an early mine in to get rid of a few of those coppers, turn them into silvers and then into a sack of loots later will be nice. I don't think it's worth turning the coppers into jeweled eggs all too much. And then those into, I don't know, silvers. Taskmaster could also be a consideration, but that would require us to continue gaining 5-cost cards, and that might be a little hard to do, especially if we are hit with the frigate attack. And it will also limit us somewhat. Of course, longships might be nice, but again, with the frigate attack, they might not be as strong here. What do I think about Reckless Grottos? I think in the beginning they're not going to be super strong, but if we notice later that the AI gains a frigate, then having a few of those Reckless Grottos in hand might be nice, just to keep our deck going and just set aside 8 cards, wait out the turn, and get drawing. Alright, as for openings for the 2-5, I think I might even open Grotto Mine, just to get through the deck quickly. Moat Mine might also be viable. Moats are kind of weird here, as they are going to be very nice to negate the frigate attack, but you somehow need to ensure that you have them in your starting hand, which you could, for example, by having a, how's it called? The puzzle box. Where is it? Am I blind? Apparently I am. Yeah, here is the puzzle box. With that, we could set aside a moat each turn, which would be super good, as really the frigate attack will just destroy everything. But for now, I think I'm happy just opening silver and maybe already moat, or silver and another silver. I think I like the moat, as it will continue to be quite useful. Another option could be stowaway, as the AI is likely to gain duration cards, and you can react to stowaways using the duration card whenever a duration card is played. The mode will just be nicer right now to get through the deck quickly and to hit 5, hopefully. The AI directly starts off with the frigate. It has the 5-2. Now, good thing we got the mode here. But yeah, we now saw the AI already getting a longship and a frigate in, which is quite strong. I think I like putting a grotto in at this point. Hopefully next turn, when the AI replays its frigate, we'll see the moat. And unfortunately, we did not, with the grotto, we did not get to a point where we got to play both the mine and the moat, but that's okay. Let's just stock up on some loot. Get an endless chalice, which is alright, I'd say, but not super exciting. Think I like getting another grotto in, and maybe even another moat. Yeah, we get to pair these, which is alright. Actually, do we set the moat aside and draw 4 cards next turn, or do we try to draw now? I wonder what's better. I think just setting aside 4 cards is good. Obviously, yeah, this is also not too bad. We need to discard as we got hit by the Frigate attack. But we get the Endless Chalice in play. We get to play the Sack of Loot, which gains us a shield, and the shield will be very nice to also block some attacks. Now I bought a Longship to get some draw out of that. Unfortunately, yeah, we see a very crappy hand here. I don't even know whether we played a moat here. I think we do, just to get through a little bit more. Now let's stock up again on the grotto and buy another longship. We should now start also to get frigates into our deck to annoy the AI a bit. Here we do not draw anything that gives us plus action. Kind of annoying, but okay. The Amphora is an okay loot. Not too great, but also not too bad. I think just getting another grotto and another longship in, maybe even one more moat is good. And we do get hit by the frigate attack here, unfortunately. But well, why do I say unfortunately? It's not too bad. We get to set aside 4 cards and be on with our turn. The moat blocks the sword of the AI, but the AI already has quite the good deck going. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting as to how well we can keep up with that. I want to re-buy the grotto here. Unfortunately, we did not see the other grotto in our deck. And we do not see any defense card here, but luckily the AI does not play its frigate. That would really suck at this moment. But yeah, we get to play the longship, then the moat, then double play the grotto, setting aside 4 cards here. I think that would be the sensible thing to do. Well, yeah, actually we can set aside 6 cards, just play the frigate and the amphora. Or we turn one of the coppers into a silver and yeah, just set aside 4 cards. I think I like that even more, because this way we get to hit 8 or even 9. Although, just to keep being solid, I'd like to put in some more grottos and a second frigate. Because this way, well, we got hit by the AI, get to draw loads of cards, but also because the frigate is active, we need to discard a lot of cards. So we can just set aside a bunch here. Yeah, maybe also this other grotto, and turn this into another sack of loot, gain a jewels, and be on with our turn. What else do we gain with the stuff? It's not completely obvious to me, but longships paired with whatever we have should be quite good. Now we're going to draw a bunch of cards, and luckily the AI does only have one frigate, but we'll need to see whether we find any plus action. There I discarded with the grotto first, as I knew that we had some grottos in there. But we do not see any of those grottos, which kind of sucks. But we get to regain one here and hit double province here. And due to these long ships, we'll also draw at least 4 cards next turn. But still, we might get hit by AI's frigate. No, we don't. And the last 2 cards are grottos. Yes. We just set aside 4, 5 cards here and buy yet another province. Stuff is somewhat nice, but not not super relevant here. And there are games where it's much more relevant, I'd say. Yeah, let's see. We might be able to use the stuff to play the mine. But here we're already at a point where we have, what is this, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, this is more than enough money. We could even use this stuff to turn this sack of loot into a gold and finish this game buying the last 2 provinces and a duchy and be quite happy about how this went. This was a long game, longer, well, not that much longer than I expected, especially with the AI just opening Frigate outright. This was very interesting, also theme-wise. Basically, we hid in our cave whenever the Frigate attack arrived, or tried to set up moats against it, which doesn't make much sense. But yeah, the options I took, I'm fairly happy with. I like the mine to get rid of some of the coppers. Of course, this kingdom plays much differently if one of you finds the prize goat early, because in a much thinner deck, you're also more likely to see your moats in your starting hands. Maybe I should have gone even harder on the grottos, just regaining them more and playing them more, drawing more, and only having, I don't know, 8 cards or so out that would be likely to contain 1 or 2 moats. But with this kind of junky kingdom, it seems kind of hard to set up, especially if you're hit by frigate attacks during the setup. Yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. It was a rather short video. I'll catch you next time with the second Plunder Kingdom. Goodbye.